Rich, I was thinking about how we seek to really help these healthcare facilities that are so important to our communities and how to help them reduce their costs, increase their margins, and doing it in a new way with data and technology. And what I realized is that the technology offerings and the data offerings that we have for these healthcare facilities is something that they've really never had access to before. No one was really collecting this data, cleaning it in a way that made sense of it, and then presenting it back to the heads of the purchasing departments or the culinary directors or whatever it was at these nursing homes and assisted living facilities to help them like make better decisions about what they purchase.
You know, Andy, to your point, I think that's a great point because, so many times small assisted living, one, two, three locations, they've been left behind with data, right? The big chains, the big, powerful chains have all of this access to whether it's, revenue to buy this kind of technology. But what excites me is we now are offering self-service portals with browser technology that can make the small guy purchase the same as the big guy. I think that is so exciting to help the smaller operator be more effective.
Obviously, there's a wave of online ordering going on, like for restaurants, even probably residents ordering food from their dining facilities. The rise in popularity, the ubiquity of these healthcare facilities ordering their food from web portals from their distributors has enabled us to deliver more insight to them about how to purchase more effectively and boost their margins. And that's what that browser extension technology is all about.
Yeah, it's like Amazon, right? You purchase this and, you might like this. The most exciting thing about the browser to me is that it's comparison shopping. And so you can make really good decisions really quickly every time in real time you go on and use that browser. So if I'm a food service director and I'm doing my ordering, how cool is it that something pops up and says, hey, you're ordering, hamburgers. These hamburgers they're less expensive and they have a bigger rebate. Hey, click, boom, done. Into the food cart it goes. I think that kind of technology for the small operator is just exciting.
How important is produce purchasing to the post-acute care food service community?
Well, let's think about produce, right? Produce is one of our most volatile markets. So one day you're buying lettuce for $1, the next day you're buying it for $2. All of the things within the produce market are very perishable. So what that means is it makes it volatile, right? So we have a managed produce program that brings consistency, quality, and auditing all in one package to the small operator. And it is beyond believable. It's one of the most exciting programs that I get to offer to our members.
I think it's important for Prime Services members to know about all of these technology advantages, contract advantages, and data advantages that are available to them. I get the sense that a lot of the Prime Services membership that's been with the business for 20 years or 30 years, whatever it's been, might be used to some of the older ways of doing business and maybe not be taking advantage of some of the new, most exciting offerings.
Yeah, Andy, you make a great point. Sometimes we make assumptions. There are members out there that are using other GPOs and they're just assuming they're getting the best pricing, and they just kind of discount anything, looking at anything new. What I'm going to throw out there is there's no better time to take a look at what you're doing now in your purchasing world, because there's a lot of new stuff happening. The technology that we can offer is beyond, it's just beyond believable. It's so exciting for folks like us, and it's we just want to get the word out that it's time to take a look at what you're doing, because you're going to be happy with what you see from a perspective of there's better ways to do things.
I feel like the food service industry, and I'm talking about the grander industry, restaurants, lodging, hotels, casinos, colleges and universities, and certainly healthcare, has kind of gotten by in the past without paying a whole lot of attention to the technology. But now we are have gotten so used to utilizing technology and utilizing data on a daily basis, whether it's managing our bank accounts through portals online, our credit cards, different health trackers and fitness things, even scanning residents as they come in and out of different parts of our facilities now. And seems like just such a natural step for people to increase the insights that they can have, understand more about what they're purchasing and how that money is being spent and how it translates to better margins, better resident care, better quality food, more profitability.
You make a great point. People are used to using technology. What step we need to take next is to understand when we use technology, we create a footprint behind us that says, this is what we did. And if we do something different next time, it might be more valuable. It leaves behind this trail that we can put together and tell a story. And we can tell a story that, this is how you were doing it. But if we change this one thing, it can be more profitable. It can be more better quality. It can be whatever the case might be. The beauty is that we're only one step away. We know how to use it, but now what it's leaving behind, how do we translate that into actionable information that will help our business?
And you're very familiar with this healthcare market. Is this something new? Is it different? Is it a new, fresh way of thinking about data, or has it been there the whole time? And how does that? Let me try this again. Is this something new for the healthcare industry? Is it different?
You know, it it's, I guess, across the board, it's different at many places, but for the small operator, they're behind in technology in general. My wife's been a nurse for 30 years, so I've known this industry for a long time, and the adoption of technology has been relatively slow compared to other organizations. Now, the one place that's different is obviously electronic health records, right? Those things, healthcare organizations are very comfortable with. But ordering food online or purchasing online using, all kinds of, say, employee software to track employee issues, things like that, that's been a slower adoption. But we're seeing some movement now because of how technology is just taking over our society. People are getting more comfortable, and I think healthcare is ready and willing to start looking at it because it just gets easier and easier. It's not like this technology is difficult. It's very simple, actually, and you have somebody that can walk you through the process so you don't have to be afraid of it.
I actually really like that analogy. It's like the electronic health record of your food service purchasing. How did you,
Exactly.
right? What are your vitals? How was your purchasing this week compared to
Yep.
last week? How are you doing this month in the meats category, in produce, in disposables? Where are there areas for improvement here?
That's a great assessment of that, because we need to know our business is a living organism. It's something that's always changing every day, just like we as human beings change. Our business changes according to the dynamics that are happening. Just look at last year with COVID. We had to change everything, and look how quickly We were able to adopt some of these technologies like temperature checks at the door, fingerprints, tracking people within inside the facility to make sure, their temperature and they're not bringing COVID, whatever the case might be. We pivoted so fast in healthcare, and it was a testament to what we can do with the entire business with other technologies that can make us even more efficient and more effective.
I guess the thing that I really want our clients and other healthcare facilities to know is how much we care about the industry and really are out there in the market to help ensure their success, and how little risk there is to engage, and that there really is a pure benefit to be driven. There are many programs that carry no cost that they can take part in that can help reduce their food costs, reduce some of their overhead, give them access to contracts they wouldn't have access to otherwise, and ultimately help them maintain high quality and high margins.
Yeah, Andy, you hit it on the head. I don't think there's anything that I, as a company, Prime Services, offer that costs the member anything. Everything that we do is driven behind the scenes by helping, whether it's a manufacturer rebate or whatever. The way we get paid is not through the customer. So we're there to help them make better decisions. But you touch my heart. My wife has been a nurse for 30 years. I've been in this healthcare business for a number of years. But one of the things that I do, because I love healthcare, I love seniors, is I go out and I volunteer and I play my music and I go out there as part of Prime Services. I'm encouraged to do that. And I can't tell you how many times it fills my heart to get a whole group of people in a room and be able to, make some people smile, have some fun. And, I just want to be seen as someone that wants to help. I'm not there to sell you anything. That's the last thing I want to do. What I want to do is help you understand your business so you can make it better so that your residents have a better experience. Because that's what I know. That's where I know your heart is taking care of residents. And I'm there with you when I volunteer. And there are no costs. So I wish more people would just ask me a lot of questions, because I love answering questions to try to help them to be more effective in their business. So, I mean, that question to me, Andy, is a it goes right to the heart of who I am. I love helping senior communities.